शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. Very good morning to all of you. Welcome to this beautiful, most auspicious, gorgeous, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are trying to understand the meaning of the Shlokas of Lalitha Sahasranama, which is composed by Vagdevatas as per the command of Lalitha Parameshwari. They recited this in her darbar in the court of our Tripura Sundari Jagannmata, and all went into Samadhi state. Same thing should happen to all of us too. Whenever we chant Lalitha Sahasranama, all of us should get this state, that is the Samadhi state. Yes, definitely it is possible, provided we chant with that kind of bhavana. That attitude, that emotion is important for us. That is possible when we understand the meaning. Otherwise, we mechanically chant it. No doubt there is some improvement in all of us just by chanting. But when we chant by understanding the meaning of each and every nama, then there is difference. Transformation takes place within our own selves without our knowledge. We have seen up to shloka number 61. Let us see shloka number 62. ध्यानध्यातृ ध्येय रूपा धर्मा धर्म विवर्जिता विश्वरूपा जागरणी स्वपंति तैजसात्मिका. ध्यानध्यातृ ध्येय रूपा. This is one name. Dhyana. What is dhyana? Meditation. Dhyana. Yana means moving forward. Prayana. Travel. Prayana. Anything that is prescribed with the pra. Starting with the pra. That means highest level. Highest level of movement. Prayana. Here, dhyana. Dhi means buddhi. Buddhi moves forward. How? Yes, this is what happens in dhyana, meditation. Dhyatru, the one who is meditating. If we are meditating, then we are the dhatras. Then dhyeya. What is the goal? What is the object of meditation? About which object are we meditating? Maybe Parabrahma, Sai Baba, Lalitha, Rama, Krishna. What is the object of our meditation? That is dhyeya. So dhyana, dhyatra, dhyeya rupa. Now who is meditating? It is her rupa. That meditation itself is her rupa, and the object or the goal of meditation, that is also her rupa. Such beautiful explanation is there. All are her only, she only. There is nothing else in this world. Whether it is action or an object or a person, everything is Lalitha Parameshwari only. There is nothing else in this world. So dhyana dhyatra dhyeya rupa. Dharma adharma vivarjita. Dharma adharma vivarjita. We have the concept of dharma and adharma. She doesn't have to do anything of this sort because she doesn't have a body. We all have come with a particular form here. Body is there for us. She doesn't have it. Now, dharma, we have seen many times in Bhagavad Gita. The explanation of dharma varies from context to context. Now, here the set of rules that we are supposed to follow, it depends on the type of job that we do, type of work that we take up. type of ashrama which we are in. There are 4 types of ashrama: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. Person who is there in the brahmacharya ashrama has to follow the rules of that particular ashrama. He cannot follow the rules of grihastha ashrama. Same way, we are grihasthashramis. Our dharma is to follow the rules of this particular ashrama only and not the others. The type of job that we take up. A hangman. What is the job of a hangman? He has to hang the culprits to whomever that judgment is given. That is death. Judgment is given to such a person, criminal, has to be hanged. So somebody has to do that job. That is the duty of that hangman. That means he is killing that person. So does he get that papa, sin of killing a person? No, it is his dharma, it is his duty to hang that person. Can we do that? I am not a hangman. But can I hang anybody? If I do that, it is adharma. So dharma and adharma rules that we have to understand properly. As a daughter, as a daughter-in-law, as a wife, as a mother, what is the duty? Based on this, understanding the dharma we are supposed to follow. Dharma, adharma, vivarjita. She doesn't have to follow any of this kind of rules. So dharma, adharma, vivarjita. Next 2 lines. That is the last line of 61 and the first line of 62. I am going to explain together. Vishwarupa jagarani swapanti taijasatmika sutta prajnatmika turya sarvavastha vivarjita. Every one of us have got 3 kinds of states. Awake. Awake, that is we are awake. Second one is we are sleeping but dreaming. So it is dream state. And the next one is deep sleep state, where there is not even any dream. We are simply sleeping there. So these are the 3 different types of states for any one of us. Let us see now. Vishwarupa jagarani. So jagarani is that state where we are awake. Awake in the sense, body is functioning. I am speaking, you all are hearing. All of us are awake. Body is awake. All the sense organs are awake. Our karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, all these are working, functioning properly. Including the antakarana. Antakarana is mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. All these 4 together, put together called as antakarana, which is Shiva Tattva. All these 4 also are working. Indriyas are working. Mind, buddhi, everything is working. We are awake. This is jagarani. Are we really awake? Or we appear to be awake? What exactly is this awake? We may be awake to the world, but are we awake to that Parabrahma Tattva? That is important here. She is jagarani. She is awake to that Tattva, the principle, the concept of Parabrahma. We are not awake to that. We do Shivaratri Jagarana, Navaratri Jagarana, blah blah, we do that. How do we do? Shivaratri night, we know that we should not sleep. So what do we do? How do we spend our time? Watch some 3-4 movies on TV or go to the theatre. Theatre also specially screen many movies in the night because they know that Shivaratri Jagarana, people will come there and watch movies. This is how we are awake. This is Naam ke vaste awake. We are not going to get anything by doing this. Awake here is, to the world we should be dead. To that Parabrahma Tattva we should be awake. That is at least doing Chintana, Manana, Chintana, Nididhyasana, we know this now. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Listen or study the scriptures. Chintana, Manana, again and again, contemplating on those. whatever we have studied. Then trying to implement them is nididhyasana. It should become a part of us. Automatically it should be there in us. This is nididhyasana. So are we doing this? If at all we do this, then yes, we are jagarana. We are awake. The Jivatma who is awake is known by the name Vishwa. So Vishwarupa. Who is awake? She is awake. She in this form of Jivatma is awake. So Jivatma who is awake is given the name as Vishwa. So Vishwarupa Jagarani. Next one is Swapanti Taijasatmika. Swapanti is Swapna. Swapna is dream. Dream state. We are sleeping. So what happens? Body external, we are not doing anything. Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas are not working. In the Jagarana state, our Sthula Sharira, the gross body is awake. So we call that Jagarana state as Sthula Sharira Pradhana Avastha. That state is Avastha. Sthula Sharira or the gross body. Pradhana, dominant. Avastha state. Now, in this dream state, Sthula Sharira is not doing anything. Sthula Sharira is our body, external body with all these sense organs. Not working, resting. Are we talking? Are we seeing? Are we listening? No, none of these. Maybe we talk when in a dream some thief or somebody is coming and hitting with a ball like this, we shout. That's all. Otherwise, we don't speak. So neither the Karmendriyas nor the Jnanendriyas are working in dream state, which means Sthula Sharira is not working, Sukshma Sharira is working. Dream. What is a dream? What impressions you have got when you are awake? That is stored here. Not only in this birth, previous so many millions of births that we have taken, from all those impressions are collected and everything is stored here. So in the dream, it may come back from any of the previous births. It may come back. Many times we see that. We are not able to understand anything what has happened during the dream state. Because it may not be from this birth, it may be from the previous births. And sometimes we see the future also. Many times it happens, hey, this situation I have already seen somewhere. It must be in the dream. Why? Because we are focusing on it so much that we are able to forecast it, foresee that in our dreams. So here what is happening is the Sukshma Sharira, that is the Chitta is working. That Chitta, what is Chitta? Memory. In the memory you have stored from so many Janmas, births, that is working now. Sthula Sharira is not working. Manasu Buddhi also is not working, even though they are part of Sukshma Sharira. But in the Sukshma Sharira, only Chitta or Smriti, we call this, or memory, that is working. So we call this state as Sukshma Sharira Pradhana Avastha. Now the Jivatma who is there in this particular state is given the name as Taijasa. So Taijasatmika. Swapanti Taijasatmika. Taijasa is name of that Jivatma who is dreaming or who is in the state of Swapanti. She is in that. Vishwarupa we said. Similarly, who is dreaming? She in this form. Which means they are saying that everywhere it is she only. Whichever state you are, she is there in you. Taijasatmika. Next one is Supta. Supta is deep sleep. What happens in deep sleep? Our gross body, physical body is not working. Sukshma Sharira is also not working. Subtle body not working. Nothing is working. But we are simply sleeping there. Many a times we experience this. Even if we have this kind of deep sleep for 10 minutes, then we feel rejuvenated. Wow, I'm back with all this strength. Otherwise I was so tired. I slept for just 10 minutes. Many times it happens. We may sleep for more number of hours also. But what I am saying is, even for 10 minutes if we sleep, body, mind gets rest. Complete rest. This is Supta. Sthula Sharira is not working. Sukshma Sharira, no dream also. So Chitta is also not working. Buddhi, Manas, Ahankara, nothing is working. In deep sleep state, it is the Karana Sharira Pradhana Avastha. We have seen Sharira Traya, 3 Shariras. Sthula Sharira or gross body. Sukshma Sharira or subtle body. Karana Sharira or causal body. Now causal body is working. Sukshma and Sthula are not working. Only causal body is working. This is Supta. Jivatma who is in this state is given the name as Prajna. So Prajnatmika. Who is having this deep sleep? It is she. It is Lalitha Parameshwari only. Whether it is awake state or dream state or deep sleep state, it is she only. But different names are given. Supta Prajnatmika. Now the next one is Turiya. Turiya state is beyond these 3 states. What we call as Samadhi state. Turiyavastha. Beyond these 3 states, which is normally attained by the yogis. We can also attain, provided we focus like this and attain that Samadhi kind of state. When it is in this particular state, generally we do not come back to the previous states. In the sense, not that the person is always in Samadhi state. No, it is not so. The person comes back from that state, but even if that person is awake, he or she sees only Goddess everywhere. What we have learnt in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Wherever you see, it is only she or he, God. You don't see anybody else, you don't see anything else. Every object is looking like Lalitha Parameshwari or Krishna or whoever the Ishta Devata is. So once you reach that state, then you will not come back to the previous states. This is what is said in our Shastras. Turiya. Now Sarva Avastha Vivarjita. She doesn't have any of these states. As we discussed just now, Dharma Vivarjita, Sarva Avastha Vivarjita. When we have a body, we have Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, etc. She doesn't have Karana Sharira at all. She doesn't have Sthula, she doesn't have Sukshma. We have given her a form because otherwise we cannot understand her. We are having a feeling that I am the body. Theoretically, I know I am not the body, but experience-wise, I still feel that I am the body. Individual identity is there for all of us even now. So, for such people like us, it is easier to understand when it is explained in the form of a gross body, Sukshma Sharira. Only then we understand. Only for that purpose, shape, name, akara, everything is given to her. Sarva Avastha Vivarjita. Next one is Srishtikartri Brahma Rupa. 2 names, Srishtikartri. Brahma Rupa. Who does the Srishti? Who is the creator? According to us, it is Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahma is the creator. So the Vagdevatas are saying that she is there in the form of Brahma and she does this creation. Activity of creation is done by, not by Brahma. She is doing it in the form of Brahma. So we can say Brahma has done it. But actually speaking, Lalitha Parameshwari is doing this. Srishtikartri Brahma Rupa. Srishti does not mean the creation of only the world. The moment we say Srishti, it is only about the universe. Srishti of a bhajan. Srishti creating one drama. Everything is done by her. Creating children, done by her. Srishtikartri Brahma Rupa. Similarly, Goptri Govinda Rupini. Goptri means sustenance, maintenance of the universe. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. These are the 3 actions. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. This is what we know. But Vagdevata saying Goptri, that is the maintenance, sustenance. Govinda Rupini. Who is doing this? In the form of Govinda, she is doing it. Govinda. Go. Go means one is cow. Next, there is one more meaning. All our Vedas or Upanishads are given the name as Go. Our Bhumi, our earth, Prithvi, is also given the name as Go. She protects all these. Not only the cows, she protects the universe. Prithvi, universe. She protects the Vedas. So nobody can destroy the Vedas. There are so many people who talk nonsense about destroying Sanatana Dharma. Nobody can do it. But it is our duty to lift it up, not to allow it to go down. This is our responsibility. So here, Goptri, Govinda Rupini. Maintenance in the sense, store what is needed. Now, how do we look at it? Store what is needed, discard what is not needed. There are so many things existing in the world. Can we learn each and everything? What is important for me? Oh, this is important for me. I should do this. This is not needed. I may be wasting my time and energy. Time is short. We don't know when the call comes. Before that, we have to achieve something. Maximum possible we have to achieve. Then we will continue in the next birth. But in this birth, she has given me wonderful body. She has given me the enthusiasm to learn the meaning of all her namas. So we should put all our efforts now. So Goptri, Govinda Rupini. Next one is Samharini Rudra Rupa. Samhara, Laya, destruction. In what form? Rudra. We know that Rudra destroys, Layakara. So Vagdevatas are saying, it is not Rudra. In a way it is Rudra, but she is there in the form of Rudra who is doing the Samhara activity. We generally know about these three activities. Now the next one, fourth activity, Tirodhanakari Ishwari. In the form of Ishwari, she does this activity or action of Tirodhana. Let us understand what we mean by this. When Pralaya takes place, the whole Brahmanda is destroyed. Destroyed in the sense, all of us go back to her with our Karana Sharira. We go back to her and it is in the form of an egg. We call this as Hiranyagarbha. All of you must have heard this word Hiranyagarbha. Now all of us are stored in this Hiranyagarbha, which is in the shape of an egg. Then the next one is Sadashiva Anugrahada. Here Anugraha is not blessing. In this context, Anugraha means another activity, another action that what she performs. Next, the Srishti takes place. Tirodhana means Pralaya takes place, or at the time of Mahakalpa, we all go back to her. Then, now Anugraha is another Srishti. Once more the Srishti takes place. We know the different yugas. Srishti takes place. At that time, all of us come back with the same Karana Sharira. But Sukshma Sharira, Stula Sharira depends on what we have there in the Karana Sharira. We all come back again and start what? The same Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. Unless we attain moksha. If we attain moksha, then we don't come back. This is our goal now. This is what is liberation or moksha or mukti. Not to come back again. So here Tirodhana and Anugraha. Tirodhana, she is in the form of Ishwari. Anugraha in the form of Sadashiva. We are all coming back once again to the Brahmanda that she has created at that time. There is no confusion. When we travel by train or flight or bus, if somebody else is having a similar suitcase as mine, then there is a chance that I carry the suitcase of the other person because they both look alike. Many times it happens. Now here, imagine so many beings are there, but everybody is carrying, I am carrying my Karana Sharira, you are carrying your Karana Sharira. There is no confusion. I come back with my Karana Sharira and you come back with your Karana Sharira. Absolutely no confusion. So this is her action that she takes. Does Panchakritya Parayana. So these are the 5 Krityas, actions that she performs. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Tirodhana, Anugraha. These are 5 Krityas Parayana. She is always doing these 5 actions or activities. Bhanumandala Madhyastha, Bhairavi, Bhagamalini. Bhanumandala Madhyastha. Surya Mandala. This orbit, we know that this orbit, Surya is at the center. And all of us, all the planets are rotating around the sun, revolving and rotating around the sun. Now it is said that some yogis see in their meditation Surya, and in the center of that Surya there is a golden deity. The radiance of that deity is like golden, and what we call awesome deity. And the Vagdevatas are saying that it is our Lalitha Parameshwari who is in the center of the sun. Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha, Bhairavi. Once we have already seen Bhairava. Bha stands for Vishnu, Ra stands for Shiva, and Va stands for, or V stands for Brahma. So she is the one who does this Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Not only that, Bhairava or Ravi. Bhai means fear. Rava or Ravi is the sound, nada, that is created. So she creates that kind of sound with which you are scared. Bhayankara. Bhayamkara. That kind of sound she creates. This is Bhairavi. The Big Bang theory, we know. Big sound came and then Brahmanda was created. So the same thing is here Bhairavi. Bhagamalini. Bhaga. Bhaga is another name given to Surya. It is said that there are Dwadasha Aditya. Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Arka, Bhaskara, Mihira. So like this there are 12 Adityas. Dwadasha Adityas. And she is wearing them, all of them, as one mala. Like how we wear some flower mala, she is wearing the mala of Dwadasha sons or 12 sons. Dwadasha Aditya. This is from one angle. Bhaga. Bhaga also means some qualities. There are some 6 qualities like Virya, Tejas, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya, etc. She is wearing all these as mala. Bhagamalini. Padmasana. She is sitting on lotus or sitting in the lotus posture. We know Padmasana. Yoga, people who do yoga, they know what Padmasana is. So she is sitting in this particular posture. Bhagavati. As I said, Bhaga just now, some qualities. Person who has got all these qualities, if a female, Bhagavati, male, Bhagavanta. Bhagavati, Padmanabha Sahodari. Padmanabha, Vishnu. She is Vishnu Sahodari. We know the story of Krishna's birth. Once Krishna was born, he was taken from Mathura to Gokula, and from there the female child was brought back. That female child is this Yogamaya or Padmanabha Sahodari. Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali. Unmesha means opening the eyes. Nimesha means closing the eyes. There is a goddess by name Nimishamba. Nimisha means closing the eyes. We say 1 minute, 1 nimisha. Nimisha is just close eyes and open. That way it is called as nimisha. Unmesha is opening. What is happening? Unmesha, nimisha, then utpanna, vipanna. When she opens her eyes, utpanna. Utpanna means producing. Production of something takes place. Production or creation of what? The universe. When she closes her eyes, vipanna. The whole Brahmanda gets destroyed just if she closes her eyes. That is why Madhure Meenakshi. Meenakshi, one who has got the eyes like fish. Fish never close their eyes. They keep their eyes always open. 24 hours they are open. They don't close their eyes at all. That is why she is known by the name Meenakshi. Not closing her eyes at all, because she knows that if she closes her eyes, all of us are gone. She loves us so much that she doesn't want all of us to be destroyed. So she keeps her eyes open always. Unmesha nimishotpanna vipanna bhuvanavali. Not only this Brahmanda. There is supposed to be so many lokas. We know 14 lokas are there, including our Bhuloka. Bhu, Bhuva, Suva, Jana, Tapa, all these are there. Then below, Patala, Tala, Sutala, Patala, all these are there. So altogether 14 lokas are there. All the 14 lokas either get created when she opens the eyes or get destroyed when she closes her eyes. Next, Sahasra Shirsha Vadana. Sahasra Shirsha. Shirsha is head. She has got 1,000 heads. 1,000 means not 1, 2, 3, 4,000. Thousands. Many. You cannot count. That many heads are there. All our heads are her heads only. So how many can we count? We can't even count the number of human beings. What about the others? Then there are so many animals, so many insects, birds, plants, so many objects, everything is she only. So Sahasra Shirsha Vadana. When head is there, face is also thousands. Sahasra Akshi. Akshi means eye. For one head count 2 eyes. So if there are 1,000 heads, 2,000 eyes are there. Again Sahasra means, does not mean counting up to 1,000. Thousands, many eyes. Similarly, Sahasra Path. Path means Pada. Feet. So many feet are there. Even in Purusha Sukta, it starts with Sahasra Shirshaha Purushaha, Sahasrakshaha Sahasrapat. So it starts with Sahasra Shirshaha Purushaha. That Purusha also is our Parabrahma only. Here it is given Lalitha Parameshwari, there it is given Purusha. That's all the difference is. Abrahma Kita Janani. She is the mother for Abrahma Kita, starting from one insect up to Brahma. When somebody asks about our own mothers, how proudly we talk about her. My mother is like this. My mother used to prepare some sweet or something very tasty. Wow, nobody can prepare like her. How proudly we talk about our biological mother who has given birth in this Janma. To this physical body, we have so much of love. Look at this mother. She is mother for all, mother for us in so many previous births, and in future how many births we have to take, we don't know. In all the future births, she is going to be our mother. How much we should love her? We should be so proud of her then. We should be proudly talking about her. This is my mother. She is like this. Shouldn't we? Are we doing? We may not be talking about her. But are we feeling that? Yes, she is my mother. We should. We should feel this. Brahma Kita Janani, Varna Ashrama Vidhayini. Varna Vyavastha, Ashrama Vyavastha. She is the one who has created this. In Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Krishna says, Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhaga Shaka. I am the one who has created this Chaturvarnya, Guna and Karma, based on Guna and Karma, not by birth. But unfortunately, it is being misinterpreted. People say that what is your Sanatana Dharma? All about Jati only. Caste. No, it is not about that. We must understand why this was created. Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Based on Karma, based on Guna. Based on Karma, we need so many people who can work physical work they can do. Like how we have our maids or these laborers, we need them. Then we need so many farmers. Otherwise, how will we eat food? We need food. That has to be produced by some farmers. And there should be some people who do business. Without that, we cannot get the stuffs that we want. There should be people to protect us and protect our country borders. Is it sufficient if these people are there? We need people who study the scriptures, understand the scriptures, implement in their lives, become role models for others, and spread that particular tattva, whatever principles that they have understood to so many people whom we call as Brahmana. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all these are not by birth, by our karma, what we are. By our guna, Sattva guna pradhana. We are Sattvika pradhana, then we become Brahmana, not by birth. Then Sattva guna pradhana, the second dominating guna should be Rajo guna, then we are Kshatriyas. If the second dominating guna is Tamo guna, then we are Vaishyas. Then if Tamo guna is dominating, then we become Shudras. So we should be very, very careful in understanding this. Similarly, ashrama. This varna vyavastha is for the development of the whole society, whereas this ashrama dharma, ashrama vyavastha, is for the development of individual. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasashrama. 4 kinds of ashramas. We move from Brahmacharya to Grihastha. Now from Grihastha we must move to Vanaprastha. From Vanaprastha we must move to Sannyasa if we want to develop in this spiritual field. Otherwise we get stuck here. So she is the one who has created this Varnashrama Vidhayini. Then Nijajna Rupa Nigama. Agama, Nigamas, all these have come from the Vedas. Different kinds of Shastras. So it is, the Vagdevatas are saying that it is her command. Because of her command, all these are created. All the Shastras have come just because of her command. Nija Ajna Rupa Nigama. Punya Punya Phalaprada. Punya Apunya. Punya we know. Any good deeds that we do, we get Punya. Apunya. Apunya is not Papa here. It is like committing some mistakes without knowledge, without having the proper knowledge. Ignorant. Ignorant about a particular thing and I did mistake. This is apunya. She is the one who gives us, whether it is punya or apunya, the phala, she is the one who gives. Punya punya phala prada. Next one is Shruti Simanta Sinduri Krita Padabja Dhulika. This is one of my favorite namas, even though it is a lengthy one. Shruti Simanta Sinduri Krita Padabja Dhulika. Slightly lengthy one. But I request everybody to just understand this particular one nama and pause. Whenever you chant, whenever we chant Lalita Sahasranama, just give a pause over here and then imagine what I am explaining now. Shruti is Veda. Simanta. Simanta is this partition that we take in our hair. We partition the hair in the head. Then that is called as Simanta. Sindura. Sindura is we put kumkum here. May not be followed much in South India. In North India they put kumkum over here and on the partition, that is called as Sindura. Whereas here we give more importance the bindi that we put in the Ajna Chakra. Whereas in North India, Sindura is given more importance. Now here Sindura, in the previous one nama, Sindhura Vrajasevita we have seen. There Sindhura. Sindhura means elephant. Here Sindura, the kumkum that we apply on the partition. Krita Padabja Dhulika. Now it is said that Vedas, there are 4 Vedas. So there are 4 Veda Matas. Now, they also cannot explain her, describe her, because she is beyond description. Whatever way you describe, no, you cannot. So, Veda Matas also realized that, we cannot describe you. So, they surrender to her and they fall at her feet. You know how her feet are. Very tender, what we say that Komala, Mrudu, Saumya, the feet are there like that and they are applied with that red altar. The feet are having that reddishness. We have to apply that, she doesn't have to apply because her feet are like that. When we observe some small baby's feet, the pinkish, you feel like just going and touching them and hugging them. Same way, her feet are also so beautiful, and the dust under the feet also looks red because of the reflection from her feet. The color of her feet, reddish color, that reflects on the dust which is there under her feet. And this, now when they are keeping their head on the lotus feet of our mother, that dust falls on their head and it looks as though they have applied sindura. Such a beautiful imagination. Now, how should we imagine? Whenever we prostrate to her, feel that presence of her feet. We should feel that. Keep our head so slowly, otherwise we may hurt her soft feet. That kind of feeling should be there in us. Not that we, finish. One namaskara you do, then my job is over, you run away. No, not that way. With that emotion, with that feeling, when we do namaskara to her, then feel that dust which is there under her feet are being put on my head. Just one dust particle is also sufficient to give us that knowledge. So, it's a beautiful imagination. In the initial stage, we have to start imagining like this. Whenever I prostrate, one is her feet, she is keeping her feet on my head. And the second one that we have learned just now is that dust from her pada. What pada? Dhulika. Padabja dhulika. Dhulika is that dust particle. Dust particle is now settling on my head. Imagine itself is, you get all goosebumps when we imagine like this. When the Veda Matas are prostrating to her, why not we do it? If Veda Matas can get that dust, why not we? Definitely, this is going to happen to all of us, provided we do chant and do the namaskara with this kind of attitude. So that feeling, that is important. Attitude is important for us. So let us try. Why not we try? Keep trying. Once we say, Shruti na murdhano dadaditavayo shekharataya mamapyeto mataha shirasidayaya dehi charano. Please keep your feet on my head. Saundarya Lahari, Adi Shankaracharya beautifully describes her lotus feet. Why don't you keep your feet on my head? So say that and imagine that dust is now settling on my head. Just one particle is sufficient. Or pray to her. May you keep your lotus feet on my head and let the dust particle settle on my head. And that kind of one anubhuti that we undergo, that we should be able to carry with us. Many times it happens to all of us. Tatillata we have seen. Like a lightning, suddenly it happens and we get all goosebumps. Maybe while listening to some bhajan or when we imagine, it is like this. It happens. So now also it should happen like this for us, provided we give a pause. Otherwise we are always in a hurry. We chant and finish. Over. Syllabus is completed. I have chanted Lalitha Sahasranama. This is not the way. Let us pause at this particular nama and imagine that this is what is happening to us, and definitely 100% guarantee that it's going to happen to all of us. Next is Sakalagama Sandoha Shukti Samputa Mauktika. Now about Agama Shastra. Agama Shastra is a very huge subject. It involves variety of subjects like our astrology, astronomy, all these are also involved in this. How to construct a temple, what should be the size of this, what should be the size of the prangana outside area, what should be the size of the deity, all these are given in this Agama Shastra. So it is now said the Sakalagama Sandoha Shukti Samputa Mauktika. Now what has happened? All those Agama Shastras have come and settled here on her nose ring, which is made of pearls. Pearls nose ring that she is wearing. What is that? Agama Shastra. Now, what they mean here is Vagdevatas. We talk so highly about Vedas. We talk so highly about all these Agama, Nigama, etc., etc. They are all nothing when compared to this Jagannatha. They are all settling somewhere here or there around her. Because they are not able to describe her. They have lifted their hands. We are helpless. We cannot describe you. This is the way she is. Purushartha Prada. Purushartha. Chaturvidha Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, the rules that we have to follow in our lives. Artha, we have to earn money for our living, for our protection. Kama, luxury, going beyond the normal living. I have to take one England, Europe tour. I need money for it. This is Kama. Anything beyond the normal living is coming under the luxury category, Kama. Okay, come on, do it. But finally, come to this stage also, Moksha. She is going to give us Moksha also, provided we put our efforts. She is not going to give us just, come on, Jyoti, take this Moksha. No, she will not give. We have to put all our efforts. So, Purushartha Prada, Purna. Purna is complete, full. She is always complete. That is why we say Annapurne, Sadapurne. Purna word is used. Purnamadah, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate. It is full. You put something into it, it is full. Remove something from it, still it is full. This is what Purna is. Bhogini, enjoyer. She enjoys everything. She enjoys the worldly stuff as well as the spiritual stuff. This is Bhogini. There is another meaning for this. Nagadevata is given the name as Bhogini. So she is in the form of Nagadevata also. Bhuvaneshwari. We have seen just now 14 Bhuvanas. She is the controller of all this. She is the creator, she is the destroyer, and she is the controller of all 14 lokas. Ambika, like how we said, Abrahma Kita Janani. Ambika means mother for all. Whether it is moving or non-moving, chala or achala, chara or achara. For all this, she is the mother, Ambika. Anadi Nidhana. There is no Adi. No beginning, no end. Adi Anta Rahita. Beginning is not there means how end will be there? There is no end at all. Hari Brahmendra Sevita. She is worshipped by Hari, Brahma, Indra. Now, these Hari, Brahma, Shiva, all these Indra, we feel that, oh, they are all great gods. So it is said that they are all serving her. They are all worshipping her. Why Vagdevatas are saying so? When some great people do something, then we feel that, okay, we also should do. That is why in all these advertisements, some movie stars are there. Why? When they say, for us, movie stars are role models. If that person is doing one hairstyle, even I will do that. If this lady has worn, this heroine has worn this kind of sari in that movie, then I will also buy that kind of sari. Because they are all role models for us. Whatever they do is right. Accordingly, even I will do. Here, Hari, Brahma, Indra, whom you consider as role models, they are all worshipping her. So, Vagdevatas are telling us, why can't you do? When such great people are doing it, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Hari Brahmendra Sevita, Narayani. Nara means water. Ayana means residence. Ayana means residence. Narayana, the one who is sleeping on water. The female gender is Narayani. Then Nada Rupa. She is the Shabda Brahman or Nada Brahman. She is there in the form of Nada. Nama Rupa Vivarjita. She doesn't have any Nama. She doesn't have any Rupa. We have all the Namas. We have Nama, we have Rupa, we have an Akara. All these are there for us. Then what about all these 1,000 names? Whose names are these? She actually doesn't have any name. But we are giving her name. So that we understand. So she is Nama Rupa Vivarjita. Hrinkari. Hrim. Hrim is a Bijakshara. Bijakshara of the Anahata Chakra, which is there at a Hridaya or heart. People who chant Khadgamala, it starts with the Hrinkarasana Garbhitam Nalashikam Saum Klim Kalam Bibratim Sauvarnam Varadharinim Varasudam Dautam Trinetrojwalam. Like this, Khadgamala starts. I have seen the chanting of Khadgamala in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, but I have not seen this much in Tamil Nadu. Karnataka, some parts I have seen people chant Khadgamala. Tamil Nadu, I have not seen this chanting, anybody chanting Khadgamala. It is very popular in Telugu speaking people. Both in Telangana and Andhra, I have seen this Khadgamala, chanting of Khadgamala is very popular. It gives explanation of Sri Chakra. Who are all the Devatas, Yoginis, who are residing in which part of Sri Chakra. One class we will take up later about Sri Chakra, explanation of Sri Chakra. So this is Hrinkari. Hrimati. Hrimati means Mati is Buddhi, good Buddhi, but having that Lajja, shy. Lajja is necessary for us. Otherwise, we may behave as we want. We are scared or shy of some people saying something about us. If I do this, some people may say something. So that shyness is there. It is needed. Otherwise, we may take some wrong path. At least for the fear of somebody saying something to us, we may not be doing something which is wrong. So this is Hrimati. Hridya, who is residing in the heart. Heyo Padeya Varjita. Heya is rejecting. Upadeya is receiving. Rejecting something, receiving something, she doesn't have. We have this. We take something, we reject something. Some people we reject. I don't want this person in my life. I don't want this object. I don't want this situation to arise in my life at all. Reject. Receive. I want this person I want in my life. These objects I want. This situation I want it to repeat again and again and again because it gives me happiness. So she is not like that. No, nothing to reject, nothing to receive. Then Raja Archita. She is worshipped by Rajas. Raja, King of Kings. Kubera is known as King of Kings, King of Wealth. He also worships our Jagannatha. There are 12 popular people who worship Lalitha. In that one is Kubera. Raja Archita. Rajni. Rajni is striling of Raja. Female gender of Raja is Rajni. Ramya, one who enjoys. Rajiva Lochana. Lochana is eye. Rajiva is lotus. She has the eyes of lotus, or Rajiva also means deer. She has got beautiful eyes like deers. Rajiva also means fish. Just now we have seen like Meenakshi. Rajiva Lochana is same as Meenakshi. One who has the eyes like a fish. She does not close her eyes at all. Rajiva Lochana. Then there is one more meaning for Rajiva, which is straight. Straight means Nirantara, non-stop. The Lochanas are always looking at us non-stop. She doesn't stop. We will stop looking at some person, but she will not stop looking at us. Nirantara. Then Ranjani, like Ramya, Ranjani is the one who is always happy, one who always enjoys and who blesses her devotees with a lot of joy. Joy and bliss is Ranjani. Ramani, one who plays Leelas. Now, as mothers, we all play with our children or grandchildren. We come to their level and play. Even though we are old, we come to the level of the children. For example, with the grandchildren or the children, how do we play? Amma. House. They play, especially granddaughters or daughters. They play with all the kitchen set. Amma, one become teacher, another become a student. Such beautiful play it is. How we play with our children, she is also playing with us. What does she play with? Now she is playing with us. She is making us understand this Lalita Sahasranama. She is the one who is giving us this kind of enthusiasm. Yes, I want to learn. This is how she is playing with us. This is Ramani Rasya. She is the essence of Vedas. Vedas also cannot describe. She is beyond that, but she is the essence. Rasya. Ranat Kinkini Mekhala. Mekhala is a waist belt. Odyana. How is this? It's beautifully made of all Navaratnas, and some of these gems or pearls are hanging. You know, we have some hangings even in the waist belt. That is hanging, and it is making small sound like kin, 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 like this. Small sound, not a big jal, not that kind of sound. Small sound is made. Kinkini Mekala. It is said that when we prostrate to her, she slowly bends down to touch our head and touch our back and bless us. When she is bending, that Odyana waist belt is making kin, 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 kin sound. So this is one more that we have to add now when we prostrate to her. Close the eyes for the ears for the external world. Close our ears for the external world. Focus on her feet, and we are prostrating. The dust is settling here, and internally listen to that nada of her mekala. That kin kin sound. It is said that it is audible if we focus properly. With that concentration, if we do namaskara, then we can hear that nada of that kinkini from the mekhala. Why not we try? At least once in many times that we do namaskara, at least once we may get that, listen to that nada. Let it happen to all of us. Let us see. Let us experience that. Now here, this is Ranat Kinkini Mekhala. See the difference. Now when she goes for war, we have seen now Bhandasura in the previous chapters, we have seen how she killed Bhandasura. How was that? She has gone with all her army people. She must have been very angry, or at least expressed that anger. Internally she is not angry, but externally she is expressing. So she is sitting on either on lion or tiger or on her Sri Chakra. That is her Ratha. She goes for war. At that time, there is a fierce movement of the body. Then the same waist belt makes a sound which is what we call as Bhayankara. Create terror in the minds of those demons. They get scared. See the difference? If we are devotees, that kin, 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 nada is audible to us. Whereas, if we are demons, we are not demons with all those Rakshasas, with the horns, etc. We are also demons internally. With all kind of negative qualities, we have become demons. So then, that kind of sound should be heard by us, which will create fear in us, which will destroy these negative thoughts or negative qualities in us just because of fear. Oh, she is going to do this to me. If I have this kind of negative quality, maybe just one jealous. Somebody is having some beautiful diamond necklace. I don't have this necklace. I feel jealous of that lady. She is there. She is there with that. Next time when we prostrate, we will be able to hear that kind of wow sound which will create fear in us. Why? Just one thought of that jealousy is sufficient. We have become demons. So it is for us. If at all such qualities are there, it may be there in us. If at all it is there, please destroy such qualities. We must pray to her. No mother gives milk to the child unless the child cries, I believe. So like that, we must also ask her for this. We have been asking for worldly things. All these, till now we have been asking. Now at least we should transform. Our desires should be changed now. May you destroy all my negativities. May you keep your lotus feet on my head. May your dust particle under the feet, let it settle on my head. May I be able to hear your nada from your Odhyana. So this kind of transformation will take place in us, and provided we put our efforts. So whenever we chant Lalita Sahasranama, whichever nama is most attractive, most touching to each one of us, it may be different. Give a pause there. Instead of daga 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 chanting and finishing it, let us not finish it this way. In between, whichever nama, oh, this is the meaning, I remember. 1,000 names meaning we may not be able to remember. Doesn't matter. At least one or two which is more attractive. Pause there. Imagine that this is what is happening to me. She is blessing me in this way. Imagining in this way many times, it happens. That is what is said in our Shastras. That is why they say have positive thoughts. It happens. Negative thoughts, that also happens. That is why we should start imagining now. This is what is happening to me. This is what, every time doing namaskara to her, should imagine this. Take a few fraction of a second it takes. It doesn't take hours together to think or imagine. It is not consuming much time. So just give a pause and then imagine that. And finally, one fine day, all of us will have this kind of anubhuti. So, nama and smarana should take place. We are chanting the namas. But the smarana, is it happening? If it is not, our efforts are not enough. So let us put all our 100% effort into this and march forward in the path of spirituality. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.